My favorite snack is here, back in stock, Ferris Company. We've got the 3-pounders, and we've got choices galore. What I love about these snacks, they're so healthy. They provide your body with fuel. From the nuts that give you such powerful protein, to the dried fruits which give you the antioxidants and a little bit of a boost in energy. We've got choices, and my friend Carrie Miletto's here to go through them with us, because I don't want to mess this up. I love choices, but I just don't want to confuse everybody.
Absolutely. We'll make sure you're not confused. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Well, of course, I'm happy to be here because you know what? With Ferris, it gets you started off just right, and we are still in January, even though it's the end. Please do. So the choices that you have are two, right? So you can do your cherry berry, which is our classic that we've had since 2010 that you know and love. And then we have our blueberry cranberry, which came along not too long after.
So it's either cherry or blueberry.
Correct. So it's whatever you think you might like best. They're both excellent. Some people prefer one over the other. If you're not really a cherry person, go for the blueberry. It's awesome. Let me break down the exact ingredients of each one, okay?
And keep in mind the size of these.
Yes.
It's huge. These are like mammoth pecans and mammoth walnuts and cashews.
They're so beautiful. So the first ingredient in your cherry berry mix is our cashews from India and Brazil. And the reason we go there is because that's the top 2 places in the world to source cashews from. So we don't play around. We make sure that we're going to give you the most high quality starting there. Then we have our pecans. And what's really important for us is to keep the pecans as whole as possible. And that's because when you break a pecan from this, it's actually still gonna have its oils. It's gonna still be fresh. You'll hear that snap as you break into it, which is why in the store, you know, I didn't realize previous to this, why you have chopped nuts are so much less expensive than if you get them whole. And the reason why is because it takes more time to keep them this way. And so for us, it's very important that we make sure we get them to you like that.
So good.
So those are from Texas. And then we have our California almonds. California, again, top place to source almonds from. That's why we get them from there. Then you have your USA cranberries. And I like to throw a couple in because the thing I love about our cranberries, they stick together. And the reason why is they are so fresh and juicy. We do not take the juice out first before we dry them. Most companies with dried fruit, whether it's in their mixes or even just dried fruit in packages, they will actually pull the juice out first and send it to concentrate. And then what you're actually getting is the skin. So have you ever wondered why dried fruit was just not very good?
Boring?
And kind of, we call it I call it fruit jerky. Because you're kind of just chewing into it and it's crazy.
I did not know that.
With this, it's a completely different experience because the juices are still inside. So you always want that. Then Michigan cherries, whoops, I just threw one. Michigan cherries is what finishes this off and really sets apart this mix. So what you're getting is that savory and that sweet mixed together just perfectly. Our cherries are from Michigan, which is where we are from since 1924, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Family-owned company.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
It's so good.
Family-owned company, so it's very important to us to not only give you quality, but to also have a quality workplace for everyone who works at Ferris.
There you go.
So I've actually been there. It's really fun to watch everything going through, and quality control is so high that at each stage of the process, we're making sure to get rid of any nut that doesn't qualify and any fruit that doesn't qualify.
It's such a high-quality company. And by the way, you get 3 individual tubs. When I say 3 pounds, you get 3 individual tubs. You can do a single ship or auto ship, which I recommend doing auto ship because you get to secure this price, which is $10 less than normal. It's a New Year's price. These are like the perfect snacks. Individual, and by the way, you get to keep free shipping on future shipments down the road.
Oh,
that's another major savings. So seriously, you just choose, do you want the cherry, or do you, I'm sorry, the cranberry, or do you want the blueberry? Because everything else you just saw Carrie go through is just a medley of goodness. Yeah. And again, such a healthy snack. It gives you fuel and energy. Totally. It helps with your brain power. I'm loving the, oh boy, we are limited. I didn't realize we've got less than 50. We've got about 1,200 of these left.
Yeah, we weren't here since December, so we were just here on Wednesday.
So much more limited than I thought.
This is it for this. So what we have left right now is it for, I don't know when our next visit's going to be with this, with our 3 pounds. So the blueberry, all that's different about that, guys, I showed you everything that was in it. We just take the cherries out and we put in our juicy, yummy blueberries. And that would be, so if you want blueberry, cranberry, that's what you're gonna get. Otherwise, if you want the cherry mix, then you get cherry berry.
Okay, so cherry berry or blueberry. And by the way, you can do raw or roasted and salted. So it's completely up to you. You can customize how this comes to you. You can speed shipments up, you can slow it down if you get on auto ship, which I highly recommend. It's the best value for sure. The item is the same, $97976. I just love this snack.
So, you know, looking at the difference between, this is a store-bought, this is like from a brand we all know that is in the store, and then this is what Ferris is going to give you. So when I talk about that we go to the best places to source our ingredients, here's what makes the difference, that right there. How about fruits? Let's talk about what you might get into the store. When you get fruits in a mix in the store, these are some raisins. It's normally raisins. To get something like cherries is you're gonna go super, super premium gourmet store. And you know, I want you to look at these little raisins. And then they'll do things like these chips, or they'll do, this is like a dried pineapple. This is an example kind of where it gets kind of petrified. So if you just follow me for a second, I wanna show you. So this pineapple, this is a table. I am going to hit it on the table and you can hear it, right? It didn't change shape, guys. It looks exactly still the same as it did before I started doing that. If I do, if I do it with a cherry and I bang it on the table, the cherry just went soft there, and if I rip into it, I want to show you what happens. This is the difference right there. There is juice on my fingers. Yep. I have cherry juice all over. That is the Ferris experience and the difference. And that's why since 2010, you have been so great to us, and we thank you so much.
It's a huge seller here at HSN.
Yeah.
I wish we had more. This is our only airing of the day because we have so few. In fact, with everybody on the phone, we've got like about 1,000 of these. We've got a clock we're gonna put in on the screen. I do predict these will completely sell out. I'm sorry for talking while I'm eating. It's so good, but look at the things you can do with this berry and nut mix too. You know, it's not just a snack.
Look at this. Okay, so this is, listen. This is a store-bought cupcake, guys. We just went to the store, and then all you do is take a little bit of your Ferris and put it on top, and then we just topped it with a fresh fruit. All of a sudden, it looks like you're a gourmet chef. So this is a way to do that. Cookies are the best and easiest way to use these to add a little extra crunch to your dough. But right now, what are we really doing? We want to eat more salads. And if you're anything like me, I get so super bored with salads.
I do too.
Right? You're just like, oh, more greens. And I'm like, give me more protein, give me more whatever. I have to throw a whole bunch of stuff on it, but it's when you throw all the stuff on it that it gets dangerous. But with Ferris, you don't have to worry about that. So throw a little handful of Ferris on top of your salad, and now you just added a crunch, you added something interesting, and you gave yourself the proteins and the antioxidants. You didn't ruin that salad. You know, that diet, you didn't ruin things by doing that.
And I love too, they're individual little tubs. 3 of the 1-pound tubs, so they stay fresh. And by the way, a little snack at lunchtime can do you wonders to give you energy through the rest of the day. Same thing with your kids. Maybe even throw a whole pound in their backpack when they go to school, because this is so much better of a choice when it comes to, you know, even the bars. Those bars are full of sugars and weird hidden things. I mean, this is straight from the earth.
Well, I think what's really important to recognize is that a lot of the snacks out there, because I was talking about this, they have a lot of 100-calorie snacks, so it makes it easier for us to choose in the store. We go, okay, then if I know if I eat one of these, it's 100 calories. But here's the problem. A lot of times they're just empty calories, so they don't have the protein and the antioxidants in there and all those things. So you don't feel full, right? So then you eat one, you go, I'm still hungry because it's empty calories, and then so you eat more, and before you know it, you ate 5 bags of those. What you needed was something with the protein to make you feel satiated, and that's what this type of snack does. So if you are that person that snacks in the office at 3-5 p.m., you know, in between that time that you just start to crash, this is a great thing to keep in your drawer. If you are the person that's the night snacker, which you just want a little something sweet, guess what? A little tiny, just Michigan cherry can do the trick, just to have you not go for that candy bar or those
that
chips
ice cream
or that ice cream.
And that's another thing I think I really love, because this has been my #1 snack for years. It's the sweet and the savory. It's the salty and the sweet that goes together so beautifully. I do a little combination. And again, if you're just tuning in, I know these are on their way to a sellout, a nice price break for New Year's from Ferris Company. You choose whether, if you love blueberries, there's a blueberry option. If you love the cherries, there's the cherry option. And then from there, you choose raw, or do you want the roasted and salted? And from there, you choose, do I just want it once, or do I want to continue to get this down the road? Auto ship secures this price, secures free shipping. You can use FlexPay. In fact, it's $13.32 to get 3 pounds of goodness from Ferris Company. And this is the most important part. We're going to have you repeat, Carrie, where these the nuts and where the berries are coming from.
Absolutely. And you know, just to see quality next to whatever has come from other places, it really matters. And if you go to these gourmet shops, you spend an arm and a leg, and you don't know if people have been through those bins, how long has it been sitting there. This is coming to you packed fresh upon your order. So when you order today, we're going to pack whatever we can today, and then we'll finish it off tomorrow. But it goes out super fast to you. It's not sitting on some store shelf getting, you know, expired. That's the best way to say it. You know, and it's always depressing depressing when you finally get something home and you just go, that's stale, like, ugh. Like, and so with this, you know you're gonna get super duper fresh. What you're getting, those California almonds, you're getting those cashews from India and Brazil. You're getting the pecans from Texas that are nice whole pieces that'll give you that nice crunch. You're gonna get the USA cranberries that actually look like a cranberry. I think that's what's so important. It's crazy that I have to say that, but that's the way of the world. And then the Michigan cherries, to me, if you've never tried us, I would say start with cherry berry because that's our flagship and that's something that everyone just loves, 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 unless you know for a fact you're not a cherry person, in which case I would go with the blueberry cranberry. And what is nice about the blueberry cranberry is blueberries are super duper duper high in antioxidants. That's what they're known for. So if you're looking for that really nice just addition to your day, to your something that's nutritious, you want to make sure that you have the right kind of snacks. Here's a trick, by the way, for the new year. And you know, I have a friend that's a personal trainer. He always says, before I tell my clients, before you go to eat, take a handful of nuts and eat that before you go to a buffet or out to dinner or any of that, just a handful. So this is almost even too much what's in my hand right now. Just a little handful, because what happens, about 1 ounce, is it helps satiate you. And nuts have fiber. Fiber makes you feel full. That's the trick.
Great
so
tip.
These are super awesome to get you through the day, to help you stay on track for all those plans you made at the beginning of the year.
Exactly.
And then they're just good.
And you know what? I've just been nibbling the whole time we've been talking. I don't feel guilty. Because it's like antioxidants, it's protein, it's just a great, healthy snack. It tastes good. So many times when you're like, okay, I'm gonna go healthy, you just feel completely deprived because you're like, ugh.
Exactly.
It tastes like powder, it tastes like cardboard, but it's good for me, I better go. This is so satisfying on many levels.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I wish we had more, but we've got enough for you to make that call right now. It's 97976. Thanks again for your calls and orders, free shipping. And if you don't love it, send it back. You're gonna love it. We're gonna take a quick time out. When we come back, we're gonna help you make smoothies and hot soups with this an amazing hand mixer and so much more from Braun. That's coming.